to Senator Obama. He's about to make a high-profile trip overseas, and many say it will include a stop in Iraq, where his withdrawal plan actually is being closely scrutinized by the top brass there. ABC's Martha Raddatz has just come back from Iraq, where she's been talking to the generals and the troops on the ground. Martha, what do they have to say about this?
Well, Deborah, whatever nuance Barack Obama is now trying to add to his Iraq withdrawal strategy, the plan on his website is as plain as day. If elected, he would, quote, immediately begin to remove our troops from Iraq. He will remove 1 to 2 combat brigades each month and have all of our combat brigades out of Iraq within 16 months. So we had 2 questions. Is it possible to get all those troops and equipment out of there that fast? And if you could, what would happen after they left?
U.S. forces are always eager to head home from frequent deployments, but bringing them home permanently and immediately is a different matter.
We put our engineer brigade in here, and we dried it out, reopened the market.
We spent a day with Major General Jeffrey Hammond in Sadr City. He commands U.S. forces in Baghdad and will likely be one of the commanders who briefs Barack Obama. He does not want to talk politics, but he has strong feelings about the military mission.
If you started getting orders to draw down 2 brigades a month, how do you look at that?
We still have a ways to go, but what we're really trying to achieve here is sustainable security on Iraqi terms. Now, let's look at the conditions. Instead of being a time-based approach to any decision to withdraw, it's got to be conditions-based.
I think it's dangerous to pull out if it's not conditions-based?
I think it's very dangerous. We have a mission, and it's not until the mission is done that I can look my leader in the eye and say, sir, ma'am, mission accomplished.
It is that phrase, sustainable security, that we heard again and again in Iraq, from officers on the streets of Baghdad.
That'll be conditions-based.
We're here to think in terms of accomplishing the mission.
I mean, you can't put a timetable on it.
To senior officers.
What I'm focused on right now is helping the Iraqi people and the Iraqi government achieve sustainable security.
And right now, for these soldiers, success does not include a timetable for withdrawal, but if ordered to do so, that would not be the only issue. On every base, there are thousands and thousands of Humvees, tanks, trucks, and helicopters. And that is the huge challenge.
For instance, in a normal redeployment, these soldiers would be heading home, but their Humvees would stay behind for the next unit. If you have to send all this equipment home rapidly, that's where it gets very complicated.
Oh, and what about those trailers where troops are housed? Those speed warning signs on base, shops, bus stops, and the list goes on. And keep in mind, 90% of the equipment would have to be moved by ground through the Iraqi war zone to a port in Kuwait. This is actually the perfect day to demonstrate the complexities of redeployment. We're in a howling dust storm, and what these men are doing is trying to clean the equipment before it can be sent back to the U.S. So could the military manage the pace that Barack Obama has suggested? Several commanders we talked to off camera said no way.
So clear skepticism there, Martha, but many people wait to hear what General Petraeus, the top commander of this area, has to say. What do you think he would say if he weighed in?
It'll be very important what he says indeed, but I think what you have to do is look back to what General Petraeus has said before, and he's often talked about conditions-based, the same things that these commanders told me when I was over there. That's what they want to happen. No strict timetable, conditions-based.
Conditions-based, and of course a lot of things can happen between now and the end of the year.
Exactly. Conditions can change.
Exactly. Martha Raddatz, thank you.
Thank you.